Upper Room Kids.
Hi, Upper Room Kids. All right, we have a game today to start our lesson. It's called Guess This Animal. So I'm going to give a couple clues, and we're going to see if Riley can guess the animal, and then you try to guess at home too. Okay? All right, so this animal, we are talking about this animal this week in school. Riley's doing homeschool this year. So this week we are learning about this animal. It has a big tail that helps him keep his balance.
Squirrel.
See if you're right. You're right! Squirrel!
What's his name?
What's his name on the little tag?
Nuts.
Nuts! A good name for a squirrel. Let's put Nuts beside you. I got another clue. Okay, this animal is a little bit stinky, and he's black and white, and he's nocturnal, so he comes out at nighttime.
A skunk.
Oh my goodness, you're right!
What's
It's
his?
a skunk. Let's check his tag. Stinky. That's a pretty good name for a skunk. Stinky. All right, you ready for another clue? You put Stinky beside Nuts? Okay, this animal, can you believe it, has no feet. Oh, no feet. And he crawls around on his belly, and he makes this sound. Hiss.
A snake.
A snake.
It was no feet.
He has no feet. Can you believe it?
It's long.
He's so long, and guess what he gets to do? He gets to go super fast on his belly, and his name is Hiss. That's perfect for a snake. All right, you ready for another clue? This animal is super cool because it starts out as a caterpillar, but then after he gets bigger and makes a cocoon, he turns into this animal.
A butterfly.
Can you believe it? A butterfly. That's so cool. So that really is like two animals, huh? Not too many animals can do that. That's pretty special. What do you want to see what his name, or maybe it's a girl. Her name is Flitter. She likes to fly. I have 3 more. You ready for another clue? This animal is really big. He stomps around, and he can use his trunk to give himself a shower.
An elephant.
Yeah! An elephant.
What's his name?
His name is Peanut. I think elephants like to eat peanuts. That's why its name is Peanut. All right. This animal is a nocturnal animal. So that means, what does that mean? Do you remember?
He sleeps in the day and he comes out at night.
Comes out at night, and he has really big eyes, and he can fly.
An owl.
Oh, owl. Good job. This owl's wearing a hat.
Is this owl wearing something?
Wearing a hat. Can you believe it? I've got one more animal. And this animal is kind of cool because he's in our story today. He's big. He's called King of the Jungle. And he likes to roar.
A lion.
A lion! Look at that crazy lion. And that's perfect because we're going to be doing a story that has lions in it. Can you think of a story in the Bible that has lions?
The Daniel and the Lion's Den.
Daniel in the Lion's Den. Let's see if we can find it to show the kids. Oh, that's the hot, hot oven. We'll have to do that one sometime. You like that one too, huh? So I think Daniel might be after the hot, hot oven. Yep, there's our buddy Daniel. So there he is. What do you think? Do you need some chocolate while you listen to this story?
I think so too.
You think so too? Okay, I'll get it started.
What is it?
What is that?
A Hershey.
Hershey's.
And is it from that mashup bag?
It is. We have a whole bag of chocolate at home, huh? Okay, so this is our story today. It's called Daniel in the Lion's Den. And the fruit of the Spirit we've been talking about this month has been faithfulness. And so last week we were pretending to have breakfast on the beach, and we were talking about how Jesus is faithful. He's a faithful friend to us even when we aren't always faithful to him. And so this week I thought we could find a story in the Bible of someone who gives us a really good example of faithfulness. And that's Daniel. So Daniel, he would pray every single day. In fact, a couple times a day he would pray. And he never missed a day. He would always pray, and he would go to his room and pray, and people could see him praying through his window. And Daniel got a really cool job in the kingdom. God helped him get this really cool job. He was really close to the king. In fact, they were buddies. And one day, these guys that also worked for the king, they wanted Daniel's job. And so they thought, let's come up with a plan that will get Daniel in trouble, and then we could have his job. So they got the king, and the king's name is Darius. And they said, hey, Darius, you should make a new law, a new rule that says people can only pray to you for 30 days. And so the king thought, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I want people to pray to me. So he made a law that people could only pray to King Darius. And he put a special stamp on it, and it was the law. So when Daniel heard that, he thought, oh man, he knew that wasn't right. He knew we should only be praying to God, huh? So Daniel didn't get afraid though. Well, you know what? Maybe he was a little bit afraid, but he didn't let that stop him. He knew that it was the right thing to do, to keep praying. So he was faithful, and he still went to his room and prayed. And because he was doing that, the consequence for praying was being tossed into the lion's den.
What was the consequence?
The king made this law, this rule, that you could only pray to him. And if he caught you praying to someone else, then he would throw you into the lion's den. It wasn't a very good rule. So the king, even though him and Daniel were friends, he had to do what the law said because he wrote it, And so he tossed Daniel into the lion's den, and then he closed the door. And the king could not sleep that night because he thought, oh man, he was worried about Daniel. So the king went running. The next morning when he woke up, he went running down the road. And he threw the door open and he yelled, Daniel, are you in there? And Daniel said, yep, I'm in here. He was okay. And he told the king what happened. He said, while I was in here with these lions, guess what happened? Jesus came and he shut those lions' mouths. And so we were having a good time in here, having a party. And he got to snuggle up with the lions and go to sleep. And the king was amazed. And so he made
Who got to snuggle up with the lion?
Daniel. He snuggled up in there with the lions. They're all sleeping together like big giant stuffed animals. So the king has a new rule, and he said we should all be praying to Daniel's God, which is a pretty great rule. So Daniel was really faithful. Even when it got a little bit intense, he was really faithful. And even if he probably was a little bit nervous, but he knew that God was with him, huh? So we have a fun craft that we can do this week about lions. Can we show the kids this crazy? See our lion? He's got some crazy hair, doesn't he? He's got some wild hair, a wild mane. And so you can make your own lion. Look at him. This is this lion with some crazy wild hair. So all you need to do to make this lion is a paper plate. And this paper plate is yellow. So you can get a yellow paper plate if you want, or you can just color your plate yellow if you just have a white one. So you're gonna get a paper plate, and then you'll need some markers, huh? So we're gonna draw a face on this lion with a marker. We have these markers at home. They're smelly markers. What does this smell like? You know? Can you smell it? What's that smell like? We call this the stinky one. Do you know what it smells like? Licorice. Ugh. P.U. Quick. Let's draw his face to make the eyes. Cracking you up. Nose. And then a smile. He's a happy lion. Oh. Is that stinking? Oh man. Here, you hold that. With your right hand, hold it. Here. Here's the lid. Woo!
Isn't that stink?
Does it stink?
Do we call that the stinky one?
We do. The stinky marker.
What is it?
What kind is that? Licorice. Oh, P.U. Okay, we got our lion's face. You getting that lid on? Make it click. Good job. Okay, so good. We got his face. Now we need some paper. So you can do orange or yellow. And if you don't have orange paper already, you can color your own paper orange, huh? And then you're gonna use scissors and you're gonna cut your paper into strips. So these are Rye's scissors. They're kind of special scissors. She just squeezes them. Huh, have you been working hard on cutting? It's hard work to cut. So we're gonna make a line, a strip.
Are those Riley scissors?
Those are Riley scissors, yeah? Here we go. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep going. Snip, snip, snip.
That's snipping hard.
It is hard, but don't give up, huh? Snip! All right.
Snip.
Snip! Okay, so then you're gonna take your strip of paper and your glue, and we're gonna rub some glue here onto the plate. And then, oh my goodness, we're gonna stick the strip on. Okay, so you could keep it like this if you wanted, or you can curl it. So I'm gonna roll it up so that he's got a curly one. So there's one. Oh, this could take all day, huh? So you could work on it a little bit at a time, or it could be a whole family project. So I'll show you the one that's done, because that would take us all day. This lion has one hair, and then you can keep adding so it looks like this, huh?
What could take us all day?
It could take us all day to get him hairy, huh? That's okay. I like his one hair. All right. Gonna tell the kids have a good week?
Have a good week!
Have a good week, guys!
I was belting it out.
You were belting it out, that's for sure.